Hi guys, welcome to the Fife Property Market Update from the 7th of November to the 13th of November. This is the properties in the Fife region that have actually been instructed and actually been sold and put under offer in the last week, just past up to yesterday. So this is a weekly roundup, and we're going to look at some of the numbers. We're also going to talk about what's coming soon with us, what's actually sold with us, and what's actually concluded with us. This gives you a great indication about how much you should be paying for over the home report value, or if you should be paying home report value, or if you should be paying under the home report value. Wow, I've recently done that myself, with some deals that I've been doing. Okay, so let's look at the Fife region right across the board. So in the coming last week, we have 5 instructed in the Cooper area. We have 11 gone under offer and sold. That's a double digit in comparison to what's instructed. So a basically 100% difference in the number of properties actually gone under offer. That shows me there's a huge demand for the Cooper area. In the East Nuke area, you've got 4 versus 5, St Andrews 3 versus 4. So again, all demand outstripping supply itself. So really good opportunities. If you're looking to sell right now, probably now is the time. You're going to be able to tick every single box, get every single agreement and your entry date and the price that you want. These are going to be golden opportunities that are not going to hang around long. So if you're looking to sell, this is the time where you could leave your sale with the perfect solution of you getting the exact entry date you want. If you want 12 months, some people are actually waiting 12 months to actually buy your property. They're giving you all that time to find another property. Some are even obviously contemplating more as well. So you need to speak to us about that if that's the sort of situation you want. A lot of people are saying, I might be left homeless. It's like, you'll never be left in a position like that. How many times do we need to tell you this? You'll never be in a position where you won't have somewhere else to go, and it is of your choosing as well. So Leadmouth area, 9 came onto the market, 6 went under offer and sold. Dunfermline 44 versus 40, Glenoffice 10 versus 17. Again, Glenoffice out demand, clearly outstripping supply. Glenoffice is a fantastic area for buying opportunities just now, but it's also a fantastic area for selling opportunities as well. In the Glenoffice area, if you're selling, you should be getting significantly over the home report value every single time. Kirkcaldy 32 versus 31, and overall in the Fife region in the last week, 107 properties actually instructed to come onto the market with all the agents. 114 actually went under offer and sold. So again, demand is outstripping supply. Will there be any end to this? We're actually going to talk about this in a show coming this week about the demand, and if there is going to be some sort of correction or review or realignment of property prices, and what the implications are that for the Fife property market. So watch out for that. That possibly could be on Tuesday. We're going to do that broadcast, or middle of Wednesday. But we will pre-program that, so you'll get an opportunity to see that coming in further advance. Okay, so talking about supply and demand, let's look at the graph of our website over the last year. This gives us a good indication compared to the previous year about where we are in terms of supply and demand, and is it similar to record levels that was achieved the year before. Now, instantly I can see it is, but I'll explain to you what this means. So this thick blue line here is the website activity for us for the last 12 months on our website. Okay, so it comes up and you get to the summer period where everybody's looking for property, and then it dips all the way back down. But look at the 12 months before that, where the lockdown was. This is the lockdown, the 12 months before that, the dotted line in comparison. There's the lockdown that went boom, went right up, and we thought that was a boom at the time, and then it came down to here. See where it is? But just so happens this is exactly what's happened to the past year as well. So the demand is still all there as what it was 12 months ago. It's exactly at the same point in terms of the demand, if not a wee bit more. You can see the dot just below, but that's actually above. So demand is clearly a lot more than the demand it was 12 months ago. But the supply isn't. Supply is a lot less, which means prices will still continue to go up as a natural result if this is the case, and this will keep on happening. So let's talk about some of the properties that were actually sold before they talk about some of the properties that we've got coming to market soon. So in the last week, Cedar Drive in Glenoffice, this was actually sold in 2 weeks, 2-bedroom semi-detached bungalow. If you have a property like this, contact us. We are getting really good offers and record amounts for some of these properties. This sold in 6 days in Crail. This was Todd's Green, a 2-bedroom terraced house. Again, really good demand for these types of properties. Warrout Bray in Glenrothes, this sold in 3 weeks. This was a 1-bedroom apartment. Now you can see this doesn't look anything special, but these types of properties are in high demand right now. Good investment vehicles as well, and also good for first-time buyers. Sold in 2 weeks in the Cooper area. This was Hogarth Drive in Cooper. This is a 2-bedroom semi-detached bungalow. Again, if you have a property like this, please contact us. We have people that have missed out on all these properties, so they are still looking, and we have them primed at higher levels for the offers. So you could potentially have an offer off market even. So if you're looking for an offer off market and you really don't want to put your house on the market, but you want to do an off market deal, contact us with that as well. So because some of these properties, we don't show all these properties on here, but some properties actually don't even get to the market. There was 4 that we had the other day actually sold to a portfolio investor actually, and it never even hit the market at all. So 4 properties in Glenrothes area actually gone. You never even saw it. Nobody will ever see it. It'll never get to Rightmove, Prime Location or Zoopla. It was done as an off-market deal to a VIP priority investor. And again, if you want to know more about that, please contact us direct. And Bray Cottage in Castle Hill in Cooper, this was a 5-bedroom detached unique B&B opportunity. Someone else has actually picked this up exactly to run it as it is just now. So congratulations to them. This is good. This is a cracking business. The owners just want to retire now, so it's a cracking business to hand on to someone else, and golden opportunity for that new person. What's coming to market this week? Well, watch out for Glebe Street in Leven. This is a 2-bedroom ground floor apartment. Very popular because the ground floor does a lot of all age groups for ground floors, does investors as well. Maitland Drive in Cooper, 3-bedroom semi-detached house will be coming soon. Bonnygate in Cooper, another 2-bedroom apartment. Denwalk in Methil, a 3-bedroom mid-terraced house is coming to market soon. Watch out for that. And James Street in Cellardyke, I did a pre-portal launch on that on Friday there, and that's a 4-bedroom terrace house on 3 levels with an amazing garden on an upper and outbuildings as well. Plus, it has the bonus at the back of the garden. It goes on to a 1-bedroom apartment with a garage attached to it. So you can actually get into your main house via the garage at the back and the other street behind it. It is a wonderful opportunity for that one. And it's literally a stone's throw away. It's on the Fife Coastal Path. And it's right round the corner from Shore Street, and it's right round the corner from the beach as well and the harbour. Okay, so concluded for this week. So what's concluded? Fors Drive in Glenrothes, 4-bedroom terraced house. That's sold in 2 weeks originally, and it went for over the home report value. First time buyer it went to, congratulations to Louise. Glebe Street in Leven, 2-bedroom apartment sold in 2 weeks, over the home report value again. And this went to an investor. So John, congratulations, and you look forward to multiplying your wealth and investment. Bishopgate in Cooper, 3-bedroom semi-detached house sold in 1 week for over the home report value, and that was sold to a first-time buyer. So congratulations, Grant, on your new home. Cooper Mills in Cooper, this was a 2-bedroom apartment sold in 1 day over the home report value, and again to a first-time buyer. So Monica, congratulations to your new home. Let's talk about some of the articles in here. Now, you'll see in the post some of the articles that we've talked about this week. Richard and Karen did a rental checkups, an essential guide to effective mid-tenancy inspections yesterday on their show. The podcast is on there as well if you want to listen to that. And really, this all it comes down to, I mean, how often do you visit your buy-to-let? Do you actually have a buy-to-let property, an investment property, and do you actually visit it? And why it is so essential for you to visit and make sure your biggest tax-free investments, or your biggest investment, your house is your biggest tax-free investment. This is a taxable investment property. So how it should be looked after and why it should be looked after, and the necessary things to do that. So how to prepare for that, why inspections are important, landlord and tenant catch-ups, your property checklist as well, we'll go over that as well, and what to do after the inspections as well. So that's the article on this post to read and listen to and watch the show as well. It's a fantastic amount of information. Remember, this is given from people in the knowledge and in that industry, and it's their personal experience. We've been a #1 letting agent in Fife for almost 11 years by the Esters. And we have successive awards for what we do based on our customer service for that field and our knowledge and expertise. That's why some of these shows are really, really important to listen to if you're an investor or a landlord, because it'll give you a great insight into how the experts deal with this on a day-to-day basis. Next article is, would you remortgage your Fife home to help your child onto the Fife property ladder? Average value of Fife homes have actually risen 18.9% in the last 5 years, from 165,000 to 196,000. Imagine that. I mean, effectively, that's round about a £31,000 increase. Could you imagine if you were on a buy-to-let property and actually you letting that, and instantly in the next 5 years you make 31,000 over and above the rental income that you get in? Why do you think people are in buy-to-let? 1 in 14 new mortgages are interest only. Never even knew you could get interest only still. And I talked to Neil Bird about that from Cara Mortgages on that very show. Again, the link's in there. We talked about it on the show, podcast there as well, so you can listen, read and watch at your own leisure. He even talks about the case that can you actually get a mortgage even if you're retired, which is actually a really good, interesting subject. And the amount of equity held in all Fife homes by all the Fife homeowners is round about £28 billion. I'll say that again, £28 billion. And that only represents 13.1% of the total value of Fife property in Fife is actually borrowed money with a mortgage. Would you believe that? 13.1% of properties and the total value of Fife properties is actually the only amount borrowed on mortgages. That is a huge amount of equity left in the Fife property market. And to be honest, it's equity that could work for you. But again, we talk about that on the show itself. Finally, I'll talk to you about it here. My instant valuation tool, it's important if you're looking to sell or considering selling, or if you maybe just don't know about planning and maybe for the future, about knowing where you are, about knowing if you're on the right mortgage deal. First port of call is actually to find out the valuation of your house, what it is actually worth. If you don't want to contact anybody or anything like that, I always put this link in here to our instant valuation tool on this post. So you can click on it, you can get a rough idea at your own leisure. You don't need to speak to anybody as a result, and you can find out what the rental valuation is of your property and what the valuation actual price point of your property is. And it gives you 3 different bandings, top, middle and bottom, based on the finishings of your house and the quality of your house as well. So top is clearly moving condition, new bathroom, new kitchen, decorating, carpet all throughout. Bottom is everything like that needs done. Middle point is, yeah, you could probably move into it and you can do everything as you go. So that gives you a good insight. Incidentally as well, the rental values as well, it gives you a good insight into that, because there's a lot of people out there not charging enough. And I don't mean that to say that they should be charging the tenant a lot more. They should be making sure they charge enough in order to make sure they refurbish the property properly and they have the money to do it as a result. After all, you have a duty of care to look after your existing tenants. That's the most important thing here. You need to have the money to do that. New kitchens, new bathrooms, new heating system. New heating system, especially at this time of year, if anything goes wrong, you need to have the money to do it. Now, I don't know about you, but if anything goes wrong, some of these new boilers, you're £250 out of your pocket before you even walk in the door. That's why it's important to make sure you have the right return for your property in order to reinvest in the property to look after the tenants' welfare. And that's it, guys. If you've got any further questions, please feel free to message me direct or contact me on this post as well. And until next week, I'm Jim Parker for Fife Properties.